Consider this. What if Voldemort had won the war against Harry Potter? We already had a glimpse of what it would look like when Voldemort marched in Hogwarts announcing,
Harry Potter is dead!
And everyone just stood there. Until Neville stepped in with his heroic speech. But what if Harry was actually dead? Would they all fight to the death? Or just accept their fate and live on under the reign of Voldemort? What would the wizarding world look like in this dark scenario? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the chilling aftermath and envision the grim future of the wizarding world. So let's continue from where we left off. In this alternate reality, the boy who lived, Harry Potter, does not survive the final battle. As Voldemort welcomes everyone to join his ranks, Neville does his heroic speech. And since there's no one to drop down and distract Voldemort, the moment Neville pulls out the Sword of Gryffindor, Voldemort kills him in place. Chaos engulfs the crowd, but Voldemort and the Death Eaters quickly take control of the situation by taking down anyone who resists. Half of the opposition manages to flee the scene, including Hermione, Ron, and his family, but not all are so lucky. Then he asks,
Anyone else? Does anyone else want to die in the name of the boy who is now dead?
So ends the battle for Hogwarts. The immediate aftermath of Voldemort's victory is a wave of terror. The morning after the battle, Dementors, once confined to Azkaban, appear all around Britain. A flock of Daily Prophet newspapers floods the streets with a headline, "The undesirable face number 1, Harry Potter, has been eliminated. There's no need to worry for your safety. Your ministry is now stronger than ever." The old ministry falls, and Voldemort's Death Eaters, now true authority, with Voldemort himself as the Minister for Magic, begins to rule with an iron fist. Every single member of the Order is hunted down and prosecuted. A new propaganda campaign begins. All students who fought in the battle are brought in for trials together with their families. But instead of a Dementor's kiss, they get acquitted, as explained that it was never their fault that they were brainwashed by Harry Potter and the Order. In reality, they all get obliviated. The trials get telegraphed to all of Britain. Combined with other deceiving narratives, it paints a picture of a new ministry as a merciful and justful governing body. Darkness quickly contaminates the local wizard society, and without realizing it, they find themselves in a new totalitarian regime. Hogwarts, once a beacon of learning and camaraderie, transforms into a training ground for dark arts. In this dark reality, the Sorting Hat no longer sorts students into houses based on their qualities, but on their loyalty to Voldemort. The once lively halls of Hogwarts echo with a sinister silence, punctuated only by the harsh whispers of incantations and the crack of curses. And the castle itself left in ruins as a reminder to those who oppose the Dark Lord. But even in this state, Voldemort still couldn't stand the sight of this castle, and instead constructs a brand new school called the Wizards' Institute that stood boldly in the outskirts of London. The new school serves as an academy that would produce him a new and stronger army of Death Eaters to soon fight Wizards' biggest enemy, Muggles. But first, he eliminates them from the wizard kind. Pureblood supremacy becomes the law of the land, pushing half-blood and Muggle-borns to the fringes of society. Voldemort's reign ushers in an era of segregation and discrimination, where one's blood status determines their place in society.
Please adhere to the following addition to the wizarding law. Only wizard-born individuals are allowed to carry wands. Everyone who breaks the law will be detained and evacuated.
The term evacuation, though, had a rather deceiving implication. It didn't mean an evacuation to a different region or country, but an evacuation from life. Every Muggle-born wizard has been sentenced to death, but not by a Dementor's kiss or the killing curse. According to Voldemort, these ways of dying were only a privilege of a magic kind. As a way of avenging for all the witches burnt by Muggles, he orders all Mudbloods to be executed by fire. Plumes of smoke started rising from various parts of Britain, spreading fear among all wizard kind. The Order of the Phoenix, though severely weakened, continues to resist. Operating from the shadows, they fight to keep hope alive. Their actions, however clandestine, serve as a beacon of resistance, a spark in all-encompassing darkness. To ensure Voldemort's security, he installs a number of dangerous creatures to protect him. Snakes, ancient demons once seen as gargoyles in Hogwarts, giants, and a higher number of Dementors. In fact, there were now so many Dementors around London that it permanently engulfed the city in snow. Even Muggles now faced strange occurrences, mysterious mass disappearances, and mythical creatures attacking towns. As Voldemort's power grows, his influence begins to seep beyond the borders of Britain. His propaganda campaign gains momentum and poisons millions of minds to stand up against one enemy: Muggles. Dark magic spreads across Europe, threatening to engulf the entire world in its shadow. The International Confederation of Wizards, once a powerful governing body, struggles to maintain order as countries fall one by one under Voldemort's sway. Yet, even in this bleak reality, small pockets of resistance persist. Brave witches and wizards, bound by their shared hope, continue to fight against the darkness. Their courage, their resilience, their unwavering belief in a better future serves as a beacon of hope for a world consumed by darkness. Ever since the defeat of Harry Potter, Ron and Hermione escaped to the United States and slowly built up their own order to once again face and overthrow Voldemort and his reign. For years, they've been trying to make MACUSA interfere and fight against him, but they kept refusing, saying that that's Europe's business. And only until Voldemort himself turned his eyes across the Atlantic, they joined the fight. And so began the Third Wizarding War. But to Voldemort's surprise, all of those pockets of resistance grew into huge front lines that erupted all around Europe that quickly pushed him back and pressed him up against the wall. The last fight for London lasted 8 exhausting months, which resulted in heavy casualties on both sides and left half of London in ruins. Finally, with joint wizarding forces of the United States, France, and Germany, aided by Aurors from Africa, Australia, and Japan, the Dark Lord Voldemort was finally defeated. Celebrations were held all across the globe in the name of this victory. But unfortunately, as a result of the Third Wizarding War, the entire Wizarding Society became exposed to the Muggle world, which in a way created a whole new plethora of dangerous consequences that were left for new generations to deal with. In summary, this alternative reality paints a grim picture. Voldemort's victory would have meant a wizarding world dominated by fear, discrimination, and dark magic. Hogwarts would become a breeding ground for dark arts, and the Ministry of Magic would be reduced to a mere puppet of the Dark Lord. Yet even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of resistance would endure, a testament to the enduring power of hope and courage. So while this is a stark and unsettling vision, it serves as a reminder of the importance of standing up against evil, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. It is a testament to the resilience of hope, the strength of courage, and the power of unity and is a call to remember that even in the darkest of times, there is always a light that cannot be extinguished.